Resetmeditation.com came about because I was holding an elected office. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do after that. I knew that I didn't want to continue holding the elected office. And it was a 4-year term. I would have some time to figure out what I wanted to contribute to the world, what I wanted to take from the world. And I knew I needed to run experiments. Meditation had been instrumental, extremely important in my life, recovering after I got sick in late 2015 in Africa. And then because of spinal deformities, ended up with brainstem damage and a bunch of complications with that, including with the heart and the lungs, short and long-term memory issues. And that impact on my life, I knew I could help give to other people, but I didn't know if I could do anything different with it, anything unique. I didn't know if there was anything that I specifically as Jeff could contribute that'd be any different than you can find in a book or a different video course or from someone else that is already available. And so I started experimenting with it. I actually hired an employee in Argentina through one of the teaching groups I was already a part of from my previous teaching. And so we started discussing it and going over these things and doing experiments to see if something unique could be contributed to the field. And we did a lot of experiments. The first 18 months was almost purely experimentation. And then I introduced a few friends and family to it. And that was still an experimentation phase for a while. So almost the first 2 years, we just worked on trying to improve the process, see what could be done differently to make it better. And what we ended up with is really simple, which is nice to a large extent. It's that you need to progress step by step at a reasonable pace. And a big part of that is being inspired and feeling the support of doing it, because it's somewhat like diet and exercise. Almost everyone knows how they could improve their diet. Almost everyone knows how they could improve their exercise. It's doing it that ends up being the difficult thing. So I can teach you meditation in a short amount of time, quickly and fairly easily, and you can grasp the concept. But believing that you can actually do it, especially when you're experiencing some of the hard things, when your mind wants to distract you, when your emotions or your physical sensations of pain or discomfort in some way overwhelm you, that is where coaching ends up being really helpful. And so we ended up with the idea that we need a private support group and that we need personal coaching. And I tried to make the business more economically viable by doing small groups or larger groups and doing a short amount of time for teaching people. But through experiments, through running people through that, friends and family, what I found is that you need to take the time to do it properly. And the best results are going to be had with personal one-on-one coaching. And so I've adapted to that because I want to offer the best service and the best product to it. And that's the idea of resetmeditation.com. We'll adjust it. I'll adjust things and change things as needed to try to deliver the best results for people. And I believe right now with our 12 weeks of personal coaching, 2 times a week for 1 hour each, along with other check-ins along the way, we should have close to, if not actually, a 100% success rate with the people that commit and go through it. And then the support group is for people that can't necessarily afford that, but they want to work on it on their own. And the reason I put out free videos that fully explain the process is for the people that can't even afford the support group. They can still learn themselves, teach themselves fully through the videos. I'm not holding back on how it works. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's somewhat difficult to do at times, but extremely useful and beneficial. And that is the idea of resetmeditation.com. I am Jeff Martin.